This podcast is for entertainment and commentary purposes only. The views expressed by the hosts and guests are their own and do not reflect any organizations or affiliates. This show may contain adult language and mature themes. Listener discretion is advised. Portions of media may be used under fair use for commentary and criticism. Nothing discussed on this podcast should be taken as professional, legal, or financial advice.
It's JM and Diggs, two kids that never quit. From the ring to the booth, yeah, they still talk their shit. Hey! Thursdays on your feet, they're the ones you don't skip. If you came for the vibes, you came for JM and Diggs.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am JM.
What's up, homies?
And welcome back to the JM and Diggs podcast, episode 22. And we've been going for a little bit. I know we've taken some episodes off here and there, but you know, we have to get into the swing of it. We got to make sure our mental health is right. So Diggs, how was your day?
Very, very mentally tiring. How was yours?
Oh yeah, it's funny because we know how each other's day was, but I had to ask anyway because that's a great way to just start it off. Like, fuck me, man. I know your day was terrible. You had a shitty mod that you had to do. Eventually, our boss had to help you. You had an upset client waiting in the waiting room. So that doesn't help. But you got it done. But how long did it take?
An hour longer than it should have.
So, like, ballpark it, like, total from when you got the chair back there, started working on it, to when you finished, 2-3 hours. What do you think?
2.5.
2.5, 3?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Close to the 3 mark.
Gotcha. All right. Well, you know how my day went, and is that what we're starting with? That's what we're starting with. Okay. Perfect. I can actually tell you how my day went because it's in the news. It made the news my day. Right there is a mini excavator. It fell off a trailer on Route 146 here in Lincoln, Rhode Island. I was actually leaving Harrisville, Rhode Island, on my way to Providence. And when I literally just got on 146 when it passes the 295 off-ramp digs, you know what I'm talking about? So
Yeah.
if you're on 146, you pass like the drive-in theater, and then you have the chance to either go right to get on 295 to head home.
Right after that Duncan?
Right after the Duncan, or you stay straight and just ride 146 into Providence. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So I was going to Providence, so I stayed straight. And I literally passed the 295. I passed all that. And obviously there's that median. So there's no going back. You know what I mean? You either take that side and go that way, or you're stuck on 146. So traffic was moving fine when I made that decision. I passed 295, and then all of a sudden traffic starts slowing down, and then traffic starts to pile up. And then it's just at a goddamn standstill, and we're not moving. And then it got to, and what was funny was, you know, I do this thing at work. It's probably not, I'm going to talk about it anyway, but probably shouldn't do this. But, me and Diggs work for this company. They're kind of weird about our breaks. So me and Diggs, what we do is we both do the same thing where we set an alarm when to clock out for break, and we have another alarm that tells us when to clock back in for break. Even if we're not taking break, we clock out just so we remember. And so Diggs, it was 12 o'clock when I got into this area. So I clock out at 12, and then I get into traffic, and it's just a standstill, doesn't fucking move. Eventually, we end up putting I've been putting the fucking van in park in the middle of the highway because no one's moving. And I'm sitting there. All of a sudden, my alarm goes off. The clock back in from break. I haven't even moved. My 30-minute break was sitting on 146 South.
So what I'm hearing is you are idling your car.
Hold on. Let me get there. That's actually funny you brought that up, but let me get back to that. So yeah, so I'm sitting there. Time's just dragging. It's crazy. We're not even creeping up. We're just parked. In front of me is an oil tanker, and then in front of that is another tractor trailer truck. And it's so bad that the both these drivers of these trucks put their trucks in park. They're like, I was already in park. But I could hear the trucks go in park. You know, they got those air brakes.
Yeah.
So I could tell that they put their shit in park because it's just getting ridiculous at this point. They both get out. They're just having a straight 20-minute conversation in the middle of 146 South. Like it's just hilarious. Cars next to them, people rolling their windows down. They're talking to people in their cars. Like, and then it got so bad. Now we're crossing the 45-minute threshold of sitting here, right? It got so bad, dude. Cars turned around and drove the wrong way on the highway down the shoulder to get back to the last fucking on-ramp. And they were driving backwards off the highway, which is technically an on-ramp. That's how bad it was, dude. People were just fucking impatient and pissed. They're like, fuck it. I'll get a ticket, whatever. Like they didn't care. So it was an hour and 15 minutes total that I was sitting there. And then I drove by, and then that's when you see these pictures that Sanchez is putting up now. That's what I see. I see an excavator smash the shit, but what we didn't get pictures of, the news did not take pictures of, was the vehicle that excavator fell off of. That was on the dinkiest, most ragged fucking flatbed I ever seen in my life. And then the pickup truck was just as old and raggedy. It was like an old Chevy. And the tires looked like they were sitting, like it looked like the truck was sitting for years, and they decided let's tow a fucking excavator, a mini excavator today, and then they get on the highway, and the trailer probably fell apart, is what I'm gonna guess. The wheels, I saw the wheels on the trailer were flat when I drove by it. The wheels on the truck were flat when I drove by it. And then obviously you see the excavator itself just must have rolled. I don't know how fast they were going. It must have fell off and rolled and just smashed the pieces. And yeah, just created a fucking mess. I don't know any more information on what we were able to get here. This is what we got here. A crash is causing delays. This was released when it happened, I guess, or not soon after it happened. A crash is causing delays on Route 46 south in Lincoln near exit 7A after a Cat mini excavator fell off a trailer blocking the right lane, right shoulder. Excavator is marked as belonging to J. Wakim, a landscaping company out of Smithfield. It is not clear what caused the equipment to come loose. I saw the fucking vehicles was being towed by. I know what came loose. A trailer looked like shit. And there have been no immediate reports of injuries. Sterry Street Towing is on scene, handling the recovery, towing the excavator, and cleaning up debris left behind from the incident. Motorists should expect delays while crews continue to work to clear the roadway. If you're traveling through the area, use caution, slow down, and be prepared. Traffic backups as emergency personnel and recovery crews remain on scene. Dude, I did not see a fucking cop until I was 45 minutes in, and a Lincoln cop is walking down the breakdown lane of 146 past my fucking van. That's the first cop I saw. I didn't even see lights. That's how far back I was. So anyway, finally traffic moves. I saw everything. I saw the scene. I moved through traffic. Obviously, you know, when a big accident like that happens, all of a sudden traffic everyone's just fucking free. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, we're free. Let's go. So I get through. I call our boss, and I tell him what happened. I'm like, yo, an excavator fell off in 146. I was stuck for over an hour in traffic. It wasn't even moving. I just want to let you know. And I don't want to hear shit about idling. And he just laughed. He just fucking laughed. He was like, okay. I was like, mark the time and mark the date, because I don't want to hear shit about idling, because I had the car. Because I told him I had the fucking van in park for like 45 minutes. You know what I mean? So
you had to keep it on. Traffic started going. You had to go.
Well, right, yeah. But if it's not moving, what's the point of holding your foot on the brake? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And that's the other thing about our company. Why does corporate give a shit whether the fucking van idles with my foot on the brake or the van idles in park. What is the difference? Explain that to me.
At least know someone's in the car.
Like, is that really? That's probably the logic. Actually, you're probably right there. They probably can't prove if we're in the van or not. So that's probably what it is.
I think they just had text that will leave the cars on the trucks on 24/7.
I mean, the only time
what happened.
The only time I want to idle if it's fucking freezing out or if it's fucking hot out. Anything in between, I'll shut my fucking van off. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't need the AC blasting when it's, I don't know, fucking what? Like, what's comfortable? 68 to 75, you know?
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't need the AC on for anything under 80. I mean, I don't know. Now I'm curious. We're gonna have to do a YouTube video together. What makes us uncomfortable for temperature? We're gonna have to do that. We're New Englanders, so we don't know how to react in any weather. We bitch about the cold, we bitch about the heat, and we bitch about everything in between. That is the New England way. There's no other way to be a New Englander. That's it. But
can't make us happy.
Yeah. But anyway, that was our local story of the day, and it just happened naturally for me. And I think the funniest thing was this was pissing me off because I was running late for the rest of my day because of this. It put me over an hour late for my next appointment. I FaceTime Diggs, but because my phone was Bluetooth connected to the CarPlay, I couldn't FaceTime him the traffic I was trying to show him. But it didn't matter because once he answered the FaceTime, I saw the defeat in this man's eyes that he was having his own fucking bad day. So we both had bad days simultaneously for two totally different reasons.
I think our boss knew I was defeated when I went into his office without my hat on.
Yeah. Yep. I noticed that when you answered the FaceTime call, you had no hat on. Your hair's in front of your eyes. You just look like a defeated dog. That's how you know. And then the same thing happened to me later because I told you I decided I was so behind on my orders. I had 2 scooter motor jobs I had to do. So I said, fuck it. They're both next to each other in Providence. I picked them both up, brought them back to the branch, swapped the motor on the first one, hooked the whole scooter back up. Same issue it was having before I swapped the motor. Go into John's office. I look at him. He's like, what? I was like, I'm doing 2 simultaneous scooter motor swaps. And the first one didn't take. He's like, what are you talking about? Didn't take. I put a new motor in, bro. It's still beeping like there's no motor attached. I don't know what's going on. So if it wasn't for my boss jumping in there, calling tech support, handling that scooter so I could finish the other one because I had still had to do the motor swap on the other scooter. I would have never got done. So, and then my last stop's close to home. So I called that client and said, hey, I'm sorry, I'm not going to make it today. Is there any way I can just drop it off to you first thing in the morning? And they were very cool and nice about it. And I can drop it off in the morning. So that was how my day went.
Fun times.
And also what's cool, I got to say, what's cool about the dude, I don't want to say clients' names. Yo, what's going on? I don't know what I want to call you. Is that Alexandra? How do you say that? Sanchez, help me. I can't pronounce shit.
Handra, it's with an H.
Oh, is it? That's an H?
Well, in the J's, they go over to an H. Like they sound like an H.
So it's Alejandra?
Yep.
Okay. Hi, Alejandra. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the podcast. Appreciate you coming in here. Also, I just noticed Kevin said something earlier, but I don't know what he was referring to and what time that was said. So sorry, I missed that. But anyway, yes, Alejandra. Okay, we got that correct.
Yeah, right. I don't know what the bottle of milk comment was about. There was nothing that you guys said that warranted him saying inside drinking a bottle of milk.
Maybe they just wanted to come in and tell us what he was doing.
What's wrong with drinking a bottle of milk?
I didn't say there was anything wrong. Do you have anything wrong with it?
No.
All right. Well, shit. I don't know. Anyway. But yeah, we both had really a crazy day at work. My other issue too was like, all right, now I got out of work super late. It was like 6 o'clock. We do this podcast. Oh, we appreciate that. Thank you so much. And make sure you check out all the other Clean Sanchez Media podcasts throughout the week. We appreciate that. Thank you so much. But the other thing that's crazy is like, because my whole day got like delayed because of that traffic, like it didn't just affect me in work. Like I got out of work late. Now I get home late. But I had some things I already had planned when I woke up this morning I had to do after work. Because I had no dog food for the beast. So I had to go shopping. So that's a Walmart trip. And then on top of that, my day was running around so much, I had never eaten all day. I had never grabbed a bite to eat once, not even a snack from a gas station. So I was like, damn, before this podcast, I have to go shopping, take the beast out for his W word, and then on top of that, eat. So so when I got in here, like Sanchez heard me when I got in the studio right before we were going live. It was like I was out of breath. Like I ran here.
So you didn't take your after work nap today?
No, none of that. No, I'm actually drinking my favorite Monster right now. You should see my refrigerator. I gotta take a picture later and text it to you, Diggs. You know I'm loving this strawberry lemonade that's limited time Monster. No, this is not an ad too, by the way. I just love this shit. This is not a hashtag ad. Dude, yeah. And I think I got one or two in the fridge at the office, just like hiding too. But I got a bunch in the fridge here, and yeah, I love these. And whenever I see them in stock, they're only really overstocked in like Shells and Cumbies. Oh my God, this is my favorite. I think my favorite Monster of all time, except, and you'll remember these. Remember the Monster Assaults?
Yeah, the blue ones.
They weren't blue. They were like they were like camo with a fucking orange dig. Oh my God, I miss those, dude. Those were. I had so many Monster Assaults back in the day. Missed those. Never brought them back. They never brought them back either. I don't get it. I want to know what makes these companies make these decisions. But yeah, so I'm actually drinking Monster Strawberry Lemonade right now. I do recommend it. I don't recommend more than one unless you space it out by like hours and hours. And also sip it, don't chug it. It's also another good thing.
Speaking about chugging, I took one of those cans I bought from the liquor store, the THC ones.
Oh yeah, you never told me how you thought those were, bro.
Oh, I like them. I gave my last one to my mom to try.
Hola, thank you for joining the stream. How are you doing? You gave one for your mom to try? Did you just say that?
Yeah.
How did she feel?
I don't know. I gave it to her today. I came home. She was in my pool.
Oh, your mom was over the house today? That's awesome. And you just gave it to her to see it. So you've got no text message, nothing?
Nope.
She's gonna text you like, "Yo, bro, I'm in the ER." Like,
let's text her now. Let's see.
That's good. Yeah, I would text her. I'd be interested to see how she's feeling about that. That's kind of crazy, bro.
Best part is she doesn't smoke or anything.
Oh, Andrew, this is just our weekly pod. We've actually missed last week's episode, and so we're just trying to get back in the swing of things.
Have a birthday.
What'd you say?
Because someone wanted to go and have a birthday. Like a selfish prick.
Yeah, but I would have been in the pod if my mom didn't want me to go out. So she wanted me to go out with her, so I was like, all right. So honestly, it's funny because it was my birthday, but it felt like I was missing the pod because it's an excuse for other people to drink. Because that night was a little wild because it ended up just being my mom and her girlfriends at the bar. And then I was at a point where I'm like, all right, thanks. Thanks for the drinks. I'm out. And I went home. And then I think me and Sanchez played video games together that night, like right at around the time the pod would have ended. So it literally, like that night out, perfectly took the hour we would have been here. And then I was back home around the time we would have ended the pod anyway. So
we're missing an episode in a few weeks too.
What are some good suppliers in Compton, yo? I'm guessing y'all are Midwest, but live in Cali. Michael DeSanta type shit, man. No, bro, you were way off, bro. We're East Coast. We are East Coast. We're Southern New Englanders. You were way off, my friend. Way off. Appreciate it, though. Yeah, you couldn't get further away. You couldn't get further away. Thank you, Sanchez. Wow. That's a good 3,000 plus miles right there, brother.
Okay.
I've been to California once in my life, like literally once for a week, and that was it. That was the furthest I ever went in my life. I've never left the country also, by the way. Diggs, where's the furthest you've ever been? Because you don't travel a lot, right? You've been to Florida, I know that. But have you been anywhere further than that?
No. I don't think so.
No, Florida's the furthest you've been?
I think so.
Gotcha. Do you have a dog? Because I have two. Yeah, I have one. He's sleeping right now.
I have two.
I did not say NYC, brother. We're from Southern New England. We're north of NYC.
Yeah, New England's not. New England doesn't have New York. It's just next to it.
You might get you might need to get my guy a map of the Northeast and how that works. Can we get this dude a slide real quick?
He might be thinking that you're part of the.
This
at
is like
least one thing's right. You're part of the 13 colonies.
Yeah, but dude, he hasn't even touched on the Boston accent, and that would have been wrong too. That's usually what we get the confusion of. Oh, you sound like you're from New York. And it's like, no, you sound like you're from Boston. And then we're like, nope, neither. Right in between, bitches.
With a snapshot.
Yo, yeah, me and Diggs are from the small state in the United States. It's called Rhode Island. You can barely see it on a map if you're not zoomed in. We have a population of about 1 million Americans in the state. That's where we're from. Yeah, so that's it. That's where we're at. Hey, it's not the most popular state in the country. I understand that. So, is what it is, son.
Yes, sir.
Yo. Yeah, what's up, Jay, bro? Welcome. Yeah, let's get into it. Yeah, top 100 NFL. What do we got? The first 75, you said, Sanchez, is up here?
It's 100 to 73.
Okay. So we're nowhere near the top 10 yet. Nowhere near the top 25 yet. So, but yeah, the NFL's players have officially voted on majority of the top 100 rankings, and what they think is the best players in the NFL. And number 100 in last place is Cameron Jordan, edge rusher from the Saints, which is crazy. This man has been so high on this list in the past. This is obviously going to hurt his ego a little bit to know how far he fell. 99 is Quentin Nelson, offensive guard from the Colts. 98 is Bryce Young, quarterback with the Panthers, which is crazy because he's had some up and down starts to his career, so I like to see that. 97, Ernest Jones, linebacker from the Seahawks. 96 is Travis Etienne, running back from the Saints, formerly of the Jaguars. And then we got Demario Davis, linebacker from the Jets, taking the 95 slot. And 94 is Creed Humphrey, center from the Chiefs. 93 is Carson Schwessinger, linebacker from the Browns, which stud, by the way, and he's probably going to take over the most valuable player on that defense since Myles Garrett has left town. 92 is Azeez Al-Shir, linebacker for the Texans, and 91 is Montez Sweat, edge rusher from the Bears, one of my favorite players in the NFL, by the way. Number 90 is Derek Brown, defensive lineman from the Panthers, another beast. 89 is Kyron Williams, running back from the Rams, and he's probably going to have a way bigger role this year due to some changes with that roster. 88, Jack Campbell, linebacker from the Lions, great choice there. 87, Tet McMillan, wide receiver of the Panthers, has really kind of just emerged in the last couple of years there, but whatever. This is going to be a tough one. 86 is Tuli Tupulotu, if I'm getting that correct. As an edge rusher from the Chargers, who also has recently just emerged in the past year or two. 85, Brock Purdy, quarterback for the 49ers, getting 85 slot. Honestly, I think he would have been a little higher if he didn't have the injury this year, but you know what? Shout out to Brock Purdy for getting on the list. 84 is Byron Young, edge rusher from the Rams. 83, Jeffrey Simmons, defensive lineman from the Titans. 82, Jalen Ramsey, DB for the Steelers now. And this man has been moving teams over the years, so it's kind of hard to keep track of him. 81 is old man Bobby Wagner, still on the top 100 list, holding it down, and he's a free agent at this moment, but yet still made the fucking list. Isn't that fucking crazy, bro? Bobby Wagner, bro, fucking stud. But yeah, he's pushing that age where teams don't want to take a shot on him unless they need depth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And number 80 is A.J. Brown, wide receiver, newest addition to the New England Patriots, but former of the Philadelphia Eagles. That trade just happened in the offseason. 79 is Travis Kelce, tight end of the Chiefs, and congratulations to Travis Kelce, just having the most obnoxious fucking wedding in the history of all fucking mankind. I appreciate you just doing that and taking over the whole day. Who the fuck gets married at Madison Square Garden and takes the whole day away from everything else going on in the world? Like, I've never seen anything like that in my life. So he had a bad season last year. Fuck, we'll see what his season does now, but there it is. 78 is Josh Sweat, edge rusher for the Cardinals. 77, Baker Mayfield, quarterback of the Bucks. And man, I thought that was disrespectful. This man should have been higher. For what this guy did last year, Baker Mayfield, I mean, he had so many injuries to his wide receiving core, and he still got them to the playoffs, and they still fucking lost. But it doesn't matter. They were just riddled with injury, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Baker Mayfield, man, very underestimated fucking quarterback. One of the biggest mistakes the Cleveland Browns ever made. And 77 is, I don't know. I feel like he should be higher. I think he should be in the top 50, in my opinion. But the players vote. The players vote. 76 is J.C. Horn, cornerback with the Panthers. 75 is Budda Baker, safety with the Cardinals. 74 is Joshua Jacobs, running back with the Green Bay Packers. And 73 is Zach Allen, defensive end with the Denver Broncos. So if my math is correct, we got another, what is that? Is it 30? Is it 37? Another 37 choices we got? Something like that. Terrible at math, but I think that's right.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So, another 37 choices we're going to see. And, oh, wait.
27?
27, yeah.
No, wait. I think my math is not mathing.
Yeah, so 70 to 100 is 30, and then you take away the 2. So you have 1, 2, 3, 70, 71, 70. Yeah, it's 27.
Okay. So I was off. I was off by a lot. Okay. But yeah, there's your top 100. When we get to the final 27, I think we should reapproach this, Sanchez. But I love how you grabbed this story, so I appreciate that. We'll do the top 27 the next time when all those are completed. I want to know who number 1 is before we hit that. But
yeah, I think they're getting released every couple of days. So probably by the time next week comes around, they should be finished. Maybe.
Yeah, I think they do like so many picks every 3 days or something like that. Or it could be different now, actually, because I haven't had cable in a long time. This used to be a show you'd watch on NFL Network.
Yeah, I think that's what I read correctly. It's like every 3 days.
So anyway, yeah, that's our first NFL story. This is a story we were sitting on the shelf for a while, but this is pretty crazy, and let's just get it over with because it's been sitting on the shelf for a while. But a few weeks ago, the Chiefs added 2 years to Patrick Mahomes' contract, making it the first NFL deal valued over $500 million. Patrick Mahomes just got the bigger contract in NFL history, the biggest contract in NFL history, sorry. Kansas City Chiefs added 2 more years of Patrick's deal, extending him through the 2033 season. The reworked contract is now worth $504.75 million, making it the first NFL contract ever to exceed $500 million. What's changed? Mahomes already had a massive 10-year deal signed in 2020. The Chiefs added 2 extra years in about $239 million in new money. His total contract value jumped to $504.75 million. Incentives could push it as high as $522.25 million. What does he make per year? The new deal averages roughly $64 million per year, which is now the highest annual average salary in NFL history. It surpasses Dak Prescott's previous record of $60 million annually. Why did Kansas City do this? Because Mahomes is basically the Chiefs' entire era of dominance. They have guys that are getting older, Travis Kelce being one of them, that will not be around, but it's gonna be Mahomes as long as he can stay healthy. Who's gonna carry this franchise into the future. Since becoming the starter, he has 5 Super Bowl appearances, 3 Super Bowl championships, multiple MVP awards, 7 straight AFC Championship game appearances, turned Kansas City into the NFL's modern dynasty. And it's absolutely true. For 20 years, we saw the Patriots dominate. It's the Chiefs era, and it's been the Chiefs era since that is ended. The Chiefs want to lock him up long-term before quarterback salaries continue to explode, which is happening very fast, very rapidly. So I actually think adding the 2 years and adding the extra money is super smart because salary caps are going to be going up soon. So that's going to make every salary kind of ridiculous. And for any of these NFL franchises that are in cap trouble, they're going to have issues signing these franchise quarterbacks. Great example, Diggs, are New England Patriots. We no longer have Tom Brady giving us hometown discounts. When Drake May's due for a new contract, Robert Kraft is going to have to bend over and pay, and it's the first time he's going to do that probably since the Drew Bledsoe deal, and that blew up in his fucking face because Tom Brady showed up the next year. So, yeah. That's coming up, and that's what's happening. So the interesting part, the timing surprised some people because Mahomes is currently recovering from a serious knee injury suffered in the late 2025. Despite that, Kansas City showed complete confidence in him by handing him this record-setting extension. The headlines say $500 million contract, but that doesn't mean Mahomes gets a $500 million check tomorrow. It spreads over years, includes guarantees, bonuses, incentives, salary cap mechanisms. Still, it's a huge statement that the Chiefs believe Mahomes is worth building the franchise around until he's about 38 years old. One fun comparison, Mahomes' contract value is now larger than the entire payroll of some professional sports teams. That's how valuable elite franchise quarterbacks have become in the NFL today. So it just shows you that smart money management, you have to take a risk. I think this is smart, even if you don't have Mahomes for the whole 10 years. What's the worst case scenario for the Chiefs in this? They have him for 5 years and he starts to decline rapidly and they have to find a replacement. Okay. Well, there's some guarantees in there, but there's also a lot of incentives and bonuses that you don't have to pay him. One of the biggest is probably like a roster bonus. That'll probably help them get recoup a lot of money that is part of this contract. So, I think it's a great move for the Chiefs. I do. Just, because not many quarterbacks play past the age of 38. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Tom Brady was like a rare anomaly. Who else? Joe Flacco, but he wasn't like a high performing starter. And we can go back in the time, like before Brady, who won a championship, at the age of 40 or close to 40. I think Brad Johnson, who ironically was the Buccaneers quarterback in 2002, they won a championship that year. Yeah, what's up with the Bucs winning championships with old ass quarterbacks? That's crazy. Anyway, but
The only way they can do it.
and having a fucking crazy ass defense. There's two ways to do it, but yeah, this is a record breaking story there, and I think it's smart. I don't see any downside of that. I think they do need to figure out how to keep this man from getting high ankle sprains around the same time of the year every year, though. It's like right before the playoffs, he gets a high ankle sprain, and he's dealing with that for the whole fucking postseason. And he's won some Super Bowls that way, but that was the big reason they got their ass kicked in the Super Bowl against the Eagles. He had a high ankle sprain. He's prone to high ankle sprains. He's had them like 3-4 years in a row now. It's crazy. So, this year was different. This year was a knee injury, but the 3-4 years before that, it's a high ankle sprain. So, all right. Well, moving on to the MLB, big news coming out of there. Justin Verlander says he's retiring after a season-ending legendary. Was that worded right? He's retiring after the season, ending his legendary career. I was not seeing that comma. After more than 2 decades of dominance on the mound, Justin Verlander has announced that he will retire at the conclusion of the 2026 MLB season. The 43-year-old future Hall of Famer made the emotional announcement after being selected as an MLB All-Star legend pick, saying the game had finally told him it was time to step away. Injuries limited his final season with the Detroit Tigers, where Verlander leaves the sport as one of the greatest pitchers of his generation, a 3-time Cy Young Award winner, American League MVP, 2-time World Series champion, and one of the most accomplished postseason pitchers in baseball history. His retirement marks the end of an era for fans who watched him dominate with the Tigers, Astros, Mets, Giants, and ultimately finish his career where it all began in Detroit. Congratulations to Justin Verlander. Is this his statement that he actually put out? Okay. Yeah, he wrote his own statement. I want to thank the commissioner of the incredible honor for the incredible honor of being selected to the All-Star game. The opportunity to attend once again is something I'll cherish, and it will be an incredibly special moment for me and my family. This season that challenged me in ways I haven't experienced before, both physically and mentally. I've always believed that as long as I could compete at the level I expect of myself, I'll keep playing. I never wanted to retire because of a milestone, a number, or a date on the calendar. I wanted the game to tell me when it was time. Over the last several months, I've realized that time has come. While I'm fully committed to giving my team everything I have for the rest of the season, I've decided this will be my last. It's fitting that I get to finish where it all started, with the Detroit Tigers, the organization that drafted me and gave me my first opportunity. Baseball's given me more than I could have imagined. It taught me discipline, resilience, and the value of continuing to adapt and evolve. I've been fortunate to play with and against incredible players for outstanding organizations and compete in front of fans who deeply appreciate the game. To every teammate, coach, player, clubhouse attendant, and fan who has been part of this journey, thank you. It's been a privilege to share the field with you. To my family, especially my wife, Kate, thank you for standing beside me through every season, every rehab, and every high and low. I couldn't have done this without you. It's time for the next chapter. But first, I'm excited to finish this season the only way I know how, with everything I got. Signed, Justin Verlander. Justin Verlander's career breakdown. He had 21 MLB seasons with the Detroit Tigers, the Houston Astros, New York Mets, San Francisco Giants, now finishing up with the Detroit Tigers. Career record, 266 wins, 159 losses. ERA, 3.33. Strikeouts, 3,554, which is 8th all-time. World Series championships, 2 in 2017 and 2022. He won his Cy Young Awards 3 times in 2011, 2019, and 2022. American League MVP in 2011, Rookie of the Year in 2006, All-Star selections 10, including the 2026 Legend pick, 3 no-hitters, 244 postseason strikeouts, which is an MLB record, ALCS MVP in 2017, career wins leader in the American League for 4 seasons, strikeout leader in the American League for 5 seasons, and ERA leader in the American League for 2 seasons. An incredible career for Justin
Amazing.
Verlander. Incredible. Congratulations to go out the way you want to go out, and that's on your own terms. You don't want the game to force you out. So
I got to get that rookie card signed that I have of his.
well, good luck now. You get a
For
lot of
real.
people. You get a lot of people trying to get that signature right now. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. I don't know if that's going to happen, but hey, you can wish. You can wish. So, but yeah, that's an incredible career. Yeah, I just hope he gets the satisfaction out of the rest of the season that he can possibly get. How's Detroit doing right now, though?
That's a really good question.
How many games do they have left of the season while you're looking that up also?
Sorry about that. They have until October, so the whole thing is just happening, up until then. So they still have plenty of games. So Detroit is not doing great. 43 and 50. So they're in the bottom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They're in the bottom 10.
They need 7 games to break even.
Yeah.
And then I'll at least set them up to make a run for it.
Absolutely. And just Justin Verlander, he can only do what he can do. And, it's just good that he's retiring on his terms. So,
yeah. So, like, you're the baseball guy. Like, when a pitcher gets to his age, like, obviously he's not your starting pitcher, right? So, what type of use?
Sometimes they are.
So he gets his games where he still starts, but I'm guessing they got some young studs on there that they rotate through, right?
Absolutely. So at this age, I mean, he's not pitching as many games as he used to on a daily basis. Probably doesn't need to practice as much. He's a veteran at it. And at this point in his career, and you see this a lot with pitchers, you don't see many reaching this age, and this 21 years is not major anymore. They do 5-10 years and then that's it. They're injured and they're done. But not, but there's still some out there like him that's still have the grapefruits, as some would say.
But also, it's probably an asset to have them in the clubhouse because, like, you can use them as also a player coach for the younger talent that you got on the roster.
Yeah, and he was good for the team. He was always positive. You always want a positive guy on your team. He was married. He's married to a famous actress too, so I'm sure that helped his career. Well, not the careers being helped because of that, but like having that as part of your life is and being private about it too is another thing too. You don't really hear about anything that goes on with that family, and that's really good. You want, especially when you're in this caliber of athlete at this point, but
yep.
I wonder where we're going to see him. Is he going to be another guy that's going to own another trading card company, or is he going to be a sports announcer? I'm curious to see what happens after this.
To Kate Upton?
Yeah.
Huh. Did not see that one coming.
Okay. Baseball players get top-notch picks when it comes to wives, dude. They get top-notch picks. I think who really made that famous though? That was definitely, I think, the greatest baseball player to date had to be what's his name from the Yankees?
Mickey Mantle, when he was with Marilyn Monroe.
Right, but that was
years ago. Yeah,
that was huge in that era. You're right. That was huge, but I'm talking about recent. A-Rod there. A-Rod.
Oh yeah.
Because Alex. If you go through his list of relationships, it's like he dated Hollywood. I'm dead serious, bro. Like he went through like all the top like actors of his time. He was dating models.
His face looks very Botox Hollywood too.
Yeah, he kind of fit in with that group. I think he was dating J-Lo at one time. It's crazy. But
I think all the New York Yankees have at one point.
Madonna, Kate Hudson, Cameron Diaz, Tori Wilson, engaged to Jennifer Lopez, and dating Jacqueline Cordier.
Yeah, dude, listen to that. That's crazy, bro.
And his new girlfriend is Megan Hayden, a private fitness coach.
Dude, that dude put together 2 incredible resumes. One was his MLB resume, and then the other was his fucking dating resume, bro. The guy's going down in the Hall of Fame. He's going to get another jacket or another ring, whatever. That dude does it, man. So, hey, welcome, Tosh. I did see the message you said. He got a pepperoni pizza in honor of you, Sanchez. So, it's pretty cool.
My guy.
Yep. All right, we're wrapping it up here.
On that pizza.
Ugh, I can't stand pineapple on pizza. I cannot stand pineapple on pizza. Don't even get started. That's a whole nother podcast. We're gonna have that argument another day. We'll have that argument another day, Diggs. That's for a whole nother fucking thing. Yeah. All right, we're getting to the last 2 segments here. We're gonna wrap this shit up, but it is officially time for JM's Doc of the Day, and it's not gonna be a doc. We're not doing a documentary. I had literally dove headfirst into the world of Landman, and this fucking show is absolutely incredible. I'm enjoying it so much. I got through the first 2 seasons in like 4 days. It's starred by it's created by Taylor Sheridan, who's just killing fucking television right now, and it stars Billy Bob Thornton, who's obviously a legend. And Landman is a neo-Western drama series created by Taylor Sheridan and Christian Wallace that follows the high-stakes, ruthless world of the West Texas oil boom. It explores the lives of wildcat billionaires, roughnecks, and corporate fixers, focusing on crisis manager Tommy Norris, which is played by Billy Bob Thornton. The plot centers around Norris as he navigates land disputes, environmental crises, cartel conflicts, corporate power struggles to keep his company afloat. And that's as much as I'm going to say without spoiling it for people that have not seen it. I think the incredible aspect of this entire thing is the development of Billy Bob Thornton's character. And then let's see here. His son, Cooper Norris, is a great character as well. And he's actually getting into the oil business at the same time. And there he is. And then he starts from the ground up in that business. He becomes what they call a worm, which is like a greenhorn on an oil team. And he has to learn the hard way. And then shit goes down on this dude's first day. And that sets the story for Billy Bob Thornton's son, played by Jacob Loveland, that plays Cooper Norris. Incredible. I love the back and forth between the stories of these two, and then they connect obviously because they're father and son. And at points of the story, it seems like they're going in different directions, and then it's just incredible storytelling. I don't want to spoil too much because I know people haven't seen it, but and also it's just an incredible cast. Go back to that second slide. Right there, yep. So Sam Elliott is in the show. He plays Billy Bob Thornton's father, TL Norris, but you don't see Sam Elliott till season 2. That character and that story is not even introduced until season 2. So for them to bring in a heavy hitter like Sam Elliott, his voice just speaks volumes to me. And they use his age in such an appropriate way. And and season 2 starts in a way where the man's broken and he's in a nursing home, and you just see the guy just at the end of his life. And I think the greatest storytelling is in season 2, just what between Sam Elliott's character and Billy Bob Thornton's character. I think the two of them together on screen as father and son is actually fucking something that it's like a good surprise, you know what I mean? Like a good surprise, a good dynamic that you didn't expect. Especially in that Western Texas atmosphere. They both fit in very well. Billy Bob Thornton, you know, this whole show. So Taylor Sheridan was recently on the Joe Rogan podcast, and he actually was asked by Joe Rogan about Landman. He's like, yo, man, like Billy Bob Thornton, man. He was like, this is Joe Rogan talking. He's like, Billy Bob Thornton, man. He was made for that role. And honestly, Taylor Sheridan's like, well, yeah, he was made for the role because I wasn't writing the script unless Billy Bob Thornton was on board. That's what Taylor Sheridan said. Taylor Sheridan called Billy Bob Thornton and said, I got this idea. I want you to take your bad Santa character and I'm going to write you to be a boss of an oil company. And I was like, what do you think of that? Billy Bob Thornton's like, I think that sounds fucking great. Let's do it. And that's how they started writing the fucking script. So, the reason this role is so perfect for Billy Bob Thornton is because it was written for Billy Bob Thornton. If he didn't say yes to this, I don't think the show would ever even existed. So, it's definitely a go-to watch if you love.
Was it streaming on?
It's on Paramount Plus.
Paramount.
Everything Taylor Sheridan has done is on Paramount Plus, pretty much. Besides, I think his first movie.
I believe like the first or so, one of the seasons of Yellowstone is not on Paramount unless they change that, and one of the shows used to be on Peacock unless they changed that.
They did. I think they did change that. You can watch all of Yellowstone on Paramount Plus.
All right, that's good. Yeah, I
think that show worth watching.
Absolutely.
There is nothing Taylor Sheridan has done that's not worth watching. He has not missed.
I agree.
So I don't know if you know this, Diggs. So Paramount signed him to a $200 million deal for what, like 4 years or something like that?
Yep.
It was like a 4-year deal, $200 million they signed Taylor Sheridan to. Since then, he came out with Yellowstone. He came out with all the spinoffs. So that's 1883 and 1923, right?
Yep, and then 1944 is coming out. There's also the Madison Dutton Ranch.
Dutton Ranch is huge. Yep, Marshall's is massive. Landman and Tulsa King is also his.
Yep.
So all those are hits. They're all hits. He hasn't missed. Every show he comes out with has him hit. So
he's also doing the Call of Duty movie still for Paramount. That's still happening with
right.
Him.
So
wouldn't that just be a war movie?
Well, they've been talking. So Diggs, this is a big deal about this. Like they've been talking about the Call of Duty movie for fucking decades, and the fact that Taylor Sheridan's going to do it now actually makes people think like this might get done right. And they might take the actual story from, I don't know, they haven't really announced a lot, but if they take the Modern Warfare story with like Ghost and all that shit and modernize it, Taylor Sheridan's the only guy I want to do it because I feel like he'll turn that story into something that you can watch and really enjoy. Other than that, you don't want to give that to anybody because you'll end up with like a fucking Halo flop. You know what I mean? Like it's some bullshit like that. Yeah. So Taylor Sheridan's the guy you want to do some shit like that. Keep some realist aspects of the game, but then also bring in the realism of real Modern Warfare. So that's the parts of it that I'm intrigued about that. But here's the big kicker, Diggs, and we'll wrap up my segment on this. Taylor Sheridan just signed a new deal with NBC Universal. You know how much it's for?
How much?
$1 billion.
God damn.
So when you put out,
For how long?
was it a 5-year deal?
I think it was 5 year. Let me check.
I think it's a 5-year deal. Pretty sure. I think it's a 5-year deal. $1 billion, 5 years. They just NBC Universal just wants them to pump out that Paramount magic, baby. Everything
He still gets paid off for everything too, right?
Right.
More
right.
everything is, he still gets.
Yeah, because it was his company. It was his production company.
Yeah.
So I think he only gets paid though
5-year deal, $1 billion.
Yeah, there you go. But I think he'll only get paid on the seasons his production company produced. But those like Paramount can pick up those shows and still run with them if they want to. So obviously Paramount can pick up these shows and fuck them up if they want to. But at that point, it's not his fault in a way, right? So most of his big hitters though are discontinued, right? How many of those shows are not running no more? Yellowstone's done, right?
Yellowstone's done. 1883 is done. 1923 is done. 1944 is in production. Season 2 of Dutton Ranch is about to be in production. Marshall season 2 just got announced 20 minutes ago, and that comes out in October. Landman, there's another season of Landman coming out, I believe, or is it Tulsa King? Which or was it both?
Both.
Both of them. Okay.
No, I think. Wait, hold on. Look this up. I think the newest season of Tulsa King just came out, and then they announced the new season is in production for Landman. Because that's what I'm watching right now is Tulsa King. I think I'm in season 2 of Tulsa King right now.
Tulsa King was good.
Yeah, no, you're that's exactly right. Well, the latest season of Tulsa King came out in September 21st, 2021.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So that show's done then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, never mind then. I lied. All right. I know there was an announcement for season 3 of Landman though. I know that much. But
that's 100%. Yeah.
So that was definitely announced. And in the way they ended season 2, if they did not come out with the third season, I think people would riot. So I'll just put that out there.
Tulsa King was renewed too. It's expected to arrive in the fall of this year.
Oh shit. Okay. And all right. I know we don't have a picture of. I might have to cover this another day, actually, because I can get into that forever. Forever. Let's get to Diggs's final cut.
This week we're doing The Hive. It's on a Tubi original.
All right. A Tubi original we're doing? Yo. You're cute.
I was going through Facebook, TikTok, or whatever the hell I was going through, and I saw a review of it. Put me up. It's supposed to be one of the scariest kid movies. So I was like, all right, cool. I'll check it out. So highly disappointed in it.
Really? So you went off the review and the review lied?
Yep. I unfollowed that channel. That's the stuff that he likes.
Oh, the channel that did the review.
Yeah.
All right.
Hive. When an anxious teenager, Sasha, takes a babysitting job, the child in her care mystery disappears at a playground. As she searches, she discovers something deeply unsettling. A sinister force is hiding among the children. A reality begins to unravel around her. As Sasha digs deeper, she must confront a terrifying supernatural presence before she becomes the next victim. The film blends psychological horror, creepy kid scares, and surreal mystery into their tense, unsettling experience.
I don't know if you caught what Tosh just said.
I would be surprised.
It's a Tubi movie. Why are you surprised?
The guys had actually some pretty good.
So, honestly, what you should actually include in this is, can you find that review and read some of it? Read some of that guy's review, and then we'll follow it up with Killer Keep and why you think his review was bullshit.
There's a video review, like one of those shorts.
Oh, okay. Do you remember any of some of the do you know anything you disagreed with after watching it right off the top of the head, like that he said was.
It was one of the
Obviously,
scariest kid movies of all time. I don't know if I said.
He said that?
Yeah, that's the only reason why I checked it out.
One of the scariest kid movies of all time?
Yep. This movie is I don't know if I said it when I did not Killer Clowns. Yeah, Killer Clowns in the Cornfield. It's like a starter horror.
Starter horror? That's what you call it?
Yeah, it's got some decent little scares, some cool practical effects, but it's nothing that's going to give any kid a nightmare.
The fact that you said it's like one of the craziest kid horrors of all time, or whatever way you worded it. Like, is that? And I don't know if you consider this movie a kid, like something like that, but I would, because it had some crazy scenes with kids. But like The Shining, bro, like when you think of The Shining, you think of the two twin fucking girls at the end of the hallway. You know what I mean? You think of the little kid on his bike going down the hallway and seeing the two twin, like, you know what I mean? That's some classic fucking legendary shit right there for horror. But what the fuck? If you're gonna put out a Tubi movie, yeah, I think it's sponsored content at that point.
Yeah. Listen,
Right.
The guy had good reviews on a lot of decent movies.
Okay.
So when you say it's one of the scariest, it kind of
Just kind of got your interest. Like, all right, let's go. Let's try it out. But immediately just disappointed you.
yeah.
I can picture the inner kid in Diggs crying that he had to see this crap.
Not just the inner kid, the grown adult. It's crime because I watched it.
He's like, Diggs is watching this shit, like, and like, damn, bro, if this shit was good, I'm gonna get another tattoo. Well, you fucking, this sucks.
The only thing that saved it is I was watching it during work.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Here's a good question, too. Do you think the atmosphere you're in, though, when you watch movies like that will dictate how you feel about the movie, or no?
Depends. There's some, like, I'll spend a lot of time in this office with the light off watching the movie.
And that's obviously before our boss gets there.
Yeah. But, like, if it's something like I've seen it 100 times.
Has anyone ever came in early and scared the shit out of you when you're doing that?
Sarah.
Nice. Love it. Watching a horror movie. What are you doing?
She watched it while I was watching something a lot worse.
What do you mean you were watching something a lot worse? You watching porn at work?
No, I was watching a theme park video. They're talking about Halloween Horror Nights.
Well, see, no, it's worse, but whatever. I was thinking you're watching dirty movies at work, motherfucker. But
I do that on my phone. Keep it as safe distance.
Imagine she just jumps in the office like, gotcha, bitch. You should ask Tubi to make a crappy movie of you killing your inner child while watching a crappy Tubi horror flick. It would do numbers. I guarantee it.
You need to stop putting good ideas in the chat.
Yeah, no shit. You gotta keep that shit to yourself. You gotta keep that shit to yourself. You do realize Netflix has moved to Jersey, bro. You can just pitch those ideas yourself.
I do want to know what Tubi did to him. Did Tubi touch him in a certain way that he has so much hatred?
You know what's funny though? I've actually met people that like I think they look at like something like Tubi and these free streaming platforms that just hit you with ads. I think they don't look at them as real streaming platforms, which is funny because the same people that don't like the free streaming platforms bitch about when the major ones up their price every month. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like a
Tubi has some really good movies on it though.
No, bro, I'm not gonna lie. For 4th of July, I watched Independence Day on Tubi. There was some ad breaks, but whatever. I don't give a fuck.
No matter what you go on, unless you're paying premium, you get ad breaks now. Well,
no, that's not true. I mean, like Paramount Plus, they they hit you with one ad and it's 4 other Paramount Plus shows right before the show starts, and you don't see another one. And then if you're binging, you only get it like one every 3 or 4 episodes. Yeah. So it's not like you're getting it every time. And it's at least like I'm okay with in-app advertisements. You're just advertising other shows to watch on the platform. That makes sense to me. And I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been a big wrestling fan since pro wrestling got into like Netflix and all this other shit. So I watched when it first started, and I got played out. That got played out real quick for me. So I haven't been a regular viewer of wrestling at all. So like I've heard people bitch about some of these PLEs and the advertisements during Raw and shit like that, but I don't know. I haven't watched, so I don't even fucking know.
I've only watched the PLEs.
But you know what I mean? Like when it comes to streaming and advertising, yeah, I think you're gonna get into a argument discussion every time. Is there too many ads? Is there not? You know what I mean? Should there be no ads? Should they have a tier where you pay more for no ads? Like all that shit. That always becomes a conversation. So, I just feel like you're beating a dead horse talking about that shit. But
good movie.
But anyway, let's get to Killer Keep and wrap this bitch up. So for the Hive, and check the Google Doc for me real quick, because I feel like we got 2, and I don't know which is which. Oh wait, the bottom one's blank, so I guess we're going in.
The one on the bottom's old. The one on the bottom's old.
Okay.
Wait, Diggs, did you add something?
Yeah, I think someone didn't scroll down and realize there was more down there.
The only thing I added was to the bottom of my list of movies I covered.
No. Look between Diggs' Final Cut.
Okay.
Someone added Killer Keep between that, before the Killer Keep logo, and then after the Killer Keep logo is where Killer Keep usually is. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. It was repeated. I wonder if whether it was copy and pasted if I doubled it, or if it was
or the both of you were doing it at the same fucking time and not paying attention to each other, or one day after the other, or whatever.
This might be a me thing. I'll investigate.
Anyway, well, just for future reference, now we know. But all right, Killer Keep, Hive. Here we go. Creepy atmosphere, Diggs. Would you kill or keep? Go.
If they did right, I'll keep it. I like the idea of it.
Okay. The psychological horror. Would you kill or keep?
Same with the atmosphere. They hate to agree with Tosh. If they just gave them a little bit better of a budget,
okay,
I think it'll be a little bit good.
Which I'm not sure if I'm right on this. Isn't Tubi owned by Fox?
I'm not positive on that.
Like, I think people think Tubi's its own company, but I think Tubi's owned by Fox.
It's by Fox.
So yeah, I'm not saying you get a good budget all the time, but if they wanted to, they give you a budget. But okay. The story and the pacing, would you kill or keep?
Kill. It was so all over the place. The story jumps all over.
Oh, so you really couldn't keep heads or tails?
No, it was just a waste of time.
Gotcha. Okay. And the ending, would you kill or keep?
I would kill.
All right.
And I would kill the whole movie if I could.
Oh, you're jumping the gun, but okay. You want to go right to the end? Go right to the end. All right. So the whole movie you would kill. You don't want to even you skipped rewatchability. I guess you don't want to even answer that one.
That's murder.
Torture for people to rewatch it.
Yes.
So
unless you're like,
if we wanted to extract information from our enemies, we would just put this on repeat for people.
I think after the third time they'll start talking.
All right, that's fair enough right there. That's fair enough right there. It's a good one. All right, well, that was the final cut and Killer Keep with Diggs. And yeah, I mean, that's not a bad episode. We'll wrap it up here, but before we do, I want Sanchez. I want you to jump in and talk about the Clean Sanchez annual and keep people updated on that real quick.
Oh yeah, so I was actually going to put the time slots up tomorrow.
Okay.
After morning rips, it's going to be August 1st. It's going to be a little more personal than expected, but that's okay. We want you guys to join us. I think we might be able to get away with doing it on YouTube without having any cuts. I think that's the goal right now to have it in more places than just one place. But it's going to be a little more personal. It's going to be fun. JM and Diggs are going to be one of the final shows that night. They're going to be pretty much the second to last show. And yeah, it's going to be a good because you guys are the new guys coming in, and I'm very excited for it. And I can't wait. I'm trying to get copyright for a song.
You do realize as soon as you said that, Diggs had to text his wife because he's like, "Fuck, I forgot I was supposed to do that on the first."
Yeah, and yeah. Don't worry, we gave you the evening night slot, so it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun, and the goal is next year to try to do it in person.
Yep. Okay. All right. A year to plan is pretty good for that. A year to plan.
Yeah. Whether it's in New Jersey, New York, Hawaii, Boston, it's gonna be somewhere. It's gonna be like
wow.
It's probably
wow. Yeah, we got fucking slated, bro. Holy shit, we got canceled before we even fucking debuted.
You guys are so small. I don't even think you guys got a VFW.
We have plenty of VFWs. What are you talking about? The whole state's alcoholics. You're out of your mind. We got VFWs everywhere.
Rob is gonna beat my ass for that one.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, dude, I could have. He'll probably tell you like, oh, I can go to fucking 12. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, but we're very excited. It's also gonna be the Clean Sanchez annual debut of Tune In and Tube Out, so that's gonna be very fun. But I'm not gonna be hosting that one that night. That one,
actually, yeah. Don't call us the new kids on the block.
That's true. Frenchie and Nicole are. They are the new kids on the block. They're gonna be making their debut with Tune In and Tube Out.
We're 22 episodes in, baby. This is Evan Smith out here. We're running these fucking yards. We're getting these touchdowns. We're killing.
Yeah, it's funny because me and Frenchie are about to go ham because we have to do reviews of like 4 different shows right now, and we don't know how we're going to release them periodically yet. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, the rest of the time, guys, the Clean Sanchez annual is going to be fun. It's a celebration of small content creators and small podcasters, and we want you guys to be there. August 1st. Times will be revealed, I think, tomorrow.
Nice. All right. Look forward to that. Yep. All right. Well, I appreciate everybody, obviously, producer Clean Sanchez, and of course, my co-host Diggs. And then I appreciate everybody else that was in chat, whether it was Toshio and Too Simplified and our normies. And then we also had a bunch of new faces show up, and we appreciate every person that ever comes in, clicks in, watches for a little bit. Yeah, the Milkman. Appreciate all those guys. Thank you so much. Make sure tomorrow morning you check out Morning Rips. You'll also check out BRVG, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturday. And then make sure you check out Tito. So are you doing it on Sundays, or Tito's kind of all over the place right now?
It's kind of all over the place right now.
So just keep an eye out. An eye out for Tito. Just keep an eye out for Tito. DD214 still on Monday?
Yes, and I'm hoping I think we're going to be coming out with a side quest show for DD214 soon. Stay tuned for that. It's going to be called Military History.
Okay, there you go. You got that coming out too. All right, a lot of Clean Sanchez Media shit to keep an eye out, and then obviously, you obviously got the morning rips is always three days a week. Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check them out. And then you can get. Is it 9 or 10? I thought it was 10. 10 p.m. Eastern. No?
AM.
Oh, I said PM. I'm sorry. You're right. AM. You're right. You got me. I'm sorry. I'm not a morning person, bro. Fuck. Shit. Damn. My bad. Anyway, our show is at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Thursday. You can catch us here next week, and appreciate everybody that was here. Until next time, everyone, have a great night.
Later, homes.
Two kids that never quit, from the ring to the booth, yeah, they still talk their shit. Hey! Thursdays on your feet, they're the ones you don't skip. If you came for the vibes, you came for J.M. and Dig. Dig's got reels, all the scares, all the gore, driving bloodbaths, late night lore, breaking down scenes, every scream, every twist. If it crawls from the dark, it's already on his list. Local buzz, from the block to the bay, talking hometown legends who still got something to say. From the bar stool stories to the front page hits, same crew, new view, same sarcasm and wit. Oh yeah, it's